Guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Buzzwords are great. They make us feel like we're all part of a community speaking the same language. And when it comes to working out, there's definitely a lot of them. Today I'm going to cover the 6 biggest fitness buzzwords and how quick the cool factor can wear off if we start to misuse them. So let's get started right away. We'll go through each one by one. Alright, let's start it all off here with one of my favorite, right off the bat, functional training. You see, as a physical therapist, sometimes we get accused of being functional trainers. We'll take a look at this clip here. Is this functional training? See, some would say yes. I'll tell you, yes it is too, especially if you're looking to compete in the Bosu Olympics and win a gold medal, where that gold medal is given out to the person that looks the most like a monkey fucking a football. You see, functional training is never defined by the activity that you're doing. It should be determined by the purpose of that activity for you. See, if you're a bodybuilder, then doing bodybuilding workouts is functional for you. If you're a powerlifter, doing powerlifting movements is functional for you. Here at ATHLEAN-X, what's functional for us is to function like athletes. So we're going to have to do speed training. We're going to have to do agility training. We're going to do classic strength training. We're going to build our power. All these things get wrapped up together so that not only do we look more athletic, but we can function like one as well. It will never be about trading in our barbells and our benches and our dumbbells for Bosu balls and stability balls. Purpose will always dictate your function. Next up, CNS Burnout. Look, I get it. We love our acronyms here in fitness. Not sure what I mean? Let me give you an example. You see, if your 1RM ATG squats from your WOD are giving you DOMs, maybe you should start doing some AMRAP workouts or a little bit of HIIT cardio, and then make sure you get enough BCAAs and MRPs to avoid total CNS burnout. See what I mean? Oh yeah, you'll hear a lot about CNS burnout these days. If you head to the gym, you'll hear pretty much everyone talking about it. Everyone's suffering from it. You get 22 minutes on that cardio instead of 25, it's because of CNS burnout, bro. If you get maybe 12 reps instead of 15, it's because that CNS is sizzling and you just can't get anything else. Anybody that shows up to the gym tired, CNS. Now, we all know overtraining is a very real phenomenon. We talked about it many times here on this channel. And there's real value to the fact that people who train following programs that don't vary your volumes in a systematic way will eventually lead to overtraining, especially if you're not sleeping properly or eating right. But blaming everything on CNS burnout as a convenient excuse to not work out hard is not the right answer. So ease up a little bit on this and push a little bit more in the gym. You're likely going to be able to push right through that normal fatigue that we all feel from time to time. Next up, another favorite of mine as a physical therapist is mobility. See, these days, physical therapists are, of course, the mobility specialists, and everybody knows that they need mobility drills. Or do they? You see, a mobile joint is always going to be sandwiched between 2 stable joints. In the case of your hips, that's a more mobile joint that people like to address through mobility drills. But your low back better be stable and your knee below better be stable in order to support the mobility that's going on in the middle. People get carried away. Everything becomes more mobile. They're working on mobility drills for their fingers, their wrists, their elbows, their shoulders, their scapular. It's not the case. You don't need mobility everywhere. And even in the cases where some joints are supposed to be mobile, people will be hypermobile already. In that case, they don't need mobility drills. So it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. You can look at an ass-to-grass squat. People think that that is a great symbol of mobility. But if you're getting there by sacrificing stability in a joint that's supposed to be stable, and you're not getting it through the joint that's supposed to be mobile, then that's just one bad squat. Guys, let's start using this buzzword right, or we're going to start hurting ourselves pretty bad in the gyms. Mobility is needed for some, and it's certainly not needed for all, and especially not needed for all joints and everybody. Next up, number 4, another one of my favorites, clean eating. Look, if you have to tell people that you eat clean, you don't. See, people that eat clean don't say that. They just eat right, and they eat the way they eat. If you eat clean, then that means there's times when you don't eat clean. It's like I say all the time, if you're on a diet, eventually you're going to be off a diet. So we have to start trading in the use of clean eating for the way we eat with a lifestyle plan and a lifestyle approach to eating. Eat healthily all year round. You won't be eating clean or dieting at any point in your year. You'll be eating right all 365 days out of the year. Next up, and one that's become pretty popular of late, your WOD, your workout of the day. You see, I don't know at what point working out became potluck dinner, but for me, the next workout for me is the next workout on my program. The workout of the day implies that today This is what I'm doing. Not any relevance to what I did yesterday, no relevance to what I did tomorrow. And if that is your approach to working out, then you're just exercising. You see, if you go at your workouts with a plan that systematically builds on what you did yesterday and sets you up to become better at what you're going to do tomorrow, then that's training. I think it's time that we start doing more training and a little bit less of these WODs. And you'll be a lot further on down that path of what you want to be and look like and function like by doing so. Last but not least, and one of the ones that's been bothering me now for years, it's core training. You see guys all the time walking around the gym saying, hold on, I got to do a little bit of core training. I got to do a core workout. Before I leave, let's do a couple core exercises. They always point right here to their abs. What does that mean? Does it mean that it's just right here in your abs? A lot of people think that. That's not the case, guys. If you realize that all those muscles that we focus on, the rectus abdominis and our obliques and all the other muscles, they actually have attachments to our pelvis and back through our spine. We realize that the core is about much more than just your abs. Matter of fact, even movement in our peripheral joints, like our arms and our legs, can influence our core. If you're going to start pointing to your core, you better start learning to point all over your body, because your core can be influenced by every single move you do. And here at ATHLEAN-X, I always say, we put the core back at the core of every exercise. Everything we do, every way we train you in all of our workouts, there's a heavy involvement of core, because we realize that the core is going to basically involve all of your muscles in your body, especially if you train athletically. In the meantime, if you're looking for a training program that teaches you not just the buzzwords, but how to use them and how to use them the right way, then head to ATHLEAN-X.com ASAP and get the ATHLEAN-X training system. If you found this video helpful, make sure you leave your comments and thumbs up below. Anything else that it is that you want to see, I'll make sure I bring it to you, I promise. Alright guys, in the meantime, TTYL.